You're my French fry, my sweet side, you're my little guy.
What? Yo, what's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Emmanuel. Welcome back again to the channel. First of all, if you're new to the channel, I go by the name of Emmanuel, aka palmwinepapi. Today's video, guys, we are looking at Tekno's debut album. Imagine we're saying that, man. Tekno has an album that is actually out. Finally, it's out. We can feel it in our hands, almost virtually, digitally. You know what I mean? But anyways, we are here, and this is long awaited because Tekno has obviously we've known as one of the biggest pop acts from like say 2016, dropping his hit song Pana. Obviously, due to personal issues, have had to take a sit back and go on a hiatus in his career. And a lot of reasons internally with his label as to why the album hasn't come out. But we're finally here, and I think most things have been resolved. But we're here, and we have an album, and we thank God. Okay, we thank God that we have an album now. Now, in terms of expectation, in terms of what to expect, we don't know, because this is the first project that we've gotten out of him. So it's like we don't know what to expect. We don't know if he's an album artist. We don't know if he knows how to, like, again, sequence an album, especially a pop album, and it's very hard to do that. One thing I can say so far is that we have 14 tracks, which is, it's okay, but it's a little bit on the plenty side for a pop album, but nonetheless still a good amount. Hopefully this album engages us and we find good numbers that we can have a good experience at the end of the day, because I feel like that's what makes a good album for me. See, he's rolling out singles like Skeleton, like Putin, and those records were hard. Those were like strong records, and sonically speaking, I guess that's what we're going to expect in the album. Flavors of music like that, very silky smooth, mid-tempo Afro-pop kind of sounds. Obviously, just like any other pop act, we were expecting to sing about love or trying to win a girl over or something like that. So I shouldn't be expecting much in terms of subject matter. We'll see if it diverts whatsoever. Right now it looks like the theme of the album is old romance, so we're seeing on this cover with almost like an Adam and Eve themed cover here where it says old romance, and interesting cover nonetheless. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes. And first track, my people, we have Skoo Skoo. The name sounds very dumb, but hopefully it bangs.
If I fall in love with a girl like Rihanna, I'ma kiss her lips and call her mama. Hey, my mother, you said I'm not so you got me so high. You got me so high. You got me so high.
Bro, the melody is sweet, man, but I just hate the hook.
You're my French fry, my sweet side, you're my little guy.
What? Why? Tekno, why? Yo, this is not starting. This is not off to a great start, man. This is not off to a great start, unfortunately. Honestly, he had us in the first half, I won't lie. At the beginning, the melody coming in so sweet, very romantic atmosphere we're getting. You're hearing him really pour his heart out, fall in love with a girl like Rihanna. Coming very smooth, very intentional on the record. Then we hear the hook. And it just goes as the song is titled. I think we should have known just from the song title. It just goes skoo 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 skoo, and that's the meat of the song. Skoo 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 skoo. I mean, come on, man. That's extremely lazy of a hook. And it hurts more because the melody of the song is good, and the beat as well, very romantic, very sweet, and like it just ruined it. And you can hear he's really like he just played on the second verse. It was not even trying to give you guys a good delivery at all. It wasn't even trying. It was just like slurring his words on the second verse there. Just poor intentionality here, man. He had this song had so much potential to be worked beautifully, but it's very disappointing beginning to an album. Obviously, we're not getting an intro here, so it feels like it's gonna be one of those albums like, hey, like any other pop album, let me just slap records together. Doesn't matter the experience that I give the listener for an album sitting. It doesn't matter. Let's just make every song a love song and an attempt to be a hit. That's what it sounded like to me right now. Hopefully we can save the album a little bit on the second record. Okay, this is Tombo. The titles of these albums are killing me, bro. He has this really high life centric vibe with him, you know? Okay. Alright. That wasn't a terrible listen. That was Tombo. It wasn't as bad as the first one. So, but the bar is already obviously dropping at this point for him. Not as exciting as we hope, but we can hear that high life instrumentation in the back of the song. I feel like that was pretty much the highlight of it. Just the beat. Obviously, in terms of songwriting, you can't get more generic than this. Definitely fitting into the style that we've grown to know him for, and I can definitely hear a strong essence here. But I don't think it's a strong, impactful number. Nonetheless. Hopefully we're getting something stronger, but I feel like it's a song that could grow on you. But so far it's an okay listen. Uptime Girl next. Alright, tempo is a little bit up.
No one like you, baby.
Interesting. Are we going a little bit house on this one? Yep, we are. That might be a no, of course. Is this a freestyle? Oh my gosh. For an up-tempo record, that felt boring. I don't know. Like, it just felt like there's almost zero substance in any of these records so far. I just felt like the ability to make you dance, the ability to get you catchy on the beat as well. I just feel like that's missing. I don't know why. I'm just missing a lot of like what we've grown to love techno for over here, man. I'm missing the essence here, and it felt like it was just, again, not a lot of intention in terms of like structuring the songs here. It just felt like a freestyle. It just got like, okay, like what's going on? Which part is the hook exactly, and where is the hook? Where am I supposed to get turned? And I don't know, man. It just, the structure feels weird, and again, not the best impression here that we're getting. We're 3 tracks in, and nothing so far has really like, I can say, captivated me. And an album we waited for so long, almost 4 years waiting for this album. And to be fair to Tekno, it doesn't strike me as an album artist, and we're supposed to get that impression over here in this album. There's so much opportunity to be innovative when it comes to pop albums, and it seems like nobody is trying to like shift the needle here. Okay, we might have something here. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere now. Tekno is coming back. Tekno is coming. That was a strong number, man. That was strong. That one got me moving. I love the tempo. I love the beat. I love the intentionality. You can hear him being like, okay, now I'm singing a song. I'm not just taking a halfway approach here. Now you can hear him be more intentional on this record. The melody, man, it's just so bouncy. You're definitely there with him, and it's definitely a catchy one. Obviously, we're getting the sense here that it's a theme. Every song is gonna be about love. It's called Old Romance, so at least you can see it in the title. And this one's called Catalia, and you can hear a little bit of that Spanish feel to it. That Latin influence that you can hear in many of his instrumentations is there. This is a definite save. I'm going to be saving this one for sure. That was Catalia. So we're definitely working with something. You see, Tekno when he really wants to get in his bag, he can. He really can. The songs are very similar, you know? Okay, this is smooth. This is smooth. Let's go, Tekno. We're here, we're here, we're here. Okay? Hey. What the heck? What was that line, man? Okay, I like that one. I like that one. It definitely captured a lot of his essence. I feel like this is Tekno in his comfort zone. Shout out to Spax for that instrumentation. The bass guitar is so like, it's so filled with that high life you hear from the East, man. The bass guitar, the flow, it's definitely a sweet one. Obviously there were very uncomfortable, like very like cringy moments with his lyricism. How Tekno writes his bars, everything feels like a freestyle. But then again, it feels intentional because he's not known for his lyricism. Like, we don't look to him for good lyrics. His songs are so generic and not like, can be mind-numbing in some sense, but then again, it's the meditation that carries the song for the most part, and he just has fun on it. All the hooks so far that we've heard, they're not single-longable. You know what I mean? They're records that you would hear. You get the gist of the hook. You get what the song is trying to do, but you won't find yourself singing along to it. It's not so, the level of clarity is not even strong enough for you to know what he's saying, or at least feel like you want to sing along with him. It feels like he sings from a distance, you know what I mean? It feels like you always want to lean into it to hear him. I don't know if it's a mix in here, but it's just like, there's almost no clarity in what he's saying, that he kind of mumbles through the record. In a way, it's his style and it's kind of what he does, but sometimes it can be very, very difficult to hear him if you're trying to like hear him again. But then again, who is actually trying to hear him? That's another thing. Okay, are we switching things up a little bit? Okay. Okay. So she's not materialistic, we get it. LOL, she don't forgive to nobody. This is funny. Some of these bitches are loyal. What? I know my bitch is loyal. I know. Yo, Tekno is crazy. Nah, man, let's run that back. This man is killing me. It got really explicit on this one so far, man. No, bruh. For a Nigerian pop artist, a commercial artist for that, you hardly hear explicit lyrics like this, man. You hardly hear it. I'm just blown away by this because what? And if love is a crime, she'll still be my baby. If love is a crime, I'm willing to be wanted. Oh, harmonize, kill us, finish us. Come on. Hey, let's go. That was good. That was very good. That was good. That was good. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Nah, that was brilliant because a lot of reasons. The surprise element of the lyrics. Like, the lyrics threw me. I'm like, okay, this man can actually say these things. Like, he's allowed to. Like, he's allowed to, because this, you would imagine the most cookie cutter, like, package version that everybody can play, family friendly type package, but he's getting explicit here. He's getting down and dirty, and it's a good indication because now he's throwing us a curveball a little bit of surprise here and there. I like that he's throwing me some like curveballs like that. Very exciting. And again, this one was very central, very deep, very seductive in nature. The harmony was beautiful, the melody is beautiful, the keys on it just very, very punching, in your face, beautiful record. And the fact that the song is situated at him being appreciative of the fact that his woman is not materialistic. Especially within Nigerian context, we've portrayed like a lot of things that, okay, women are materialistic in many sense. All they want is money. It was like praising the fact that this woman in subject is not materialistic, and that was kind of like the the overarching theme of the song. But nonetheless, it's a standout record because of the tempo, the level of I guess intimacy you can catch on this one, the seductiveness nature of it. I feel like I really felt this one. It was very sweet record, man. Designer. Again, trumpets, drums, sparks, man. Let's go. Okay, where's the SDC? Where's the SDC when you need them? Hello, what are you gonna do if you like a woman? I'm a man don't like him. I don't think I'm a fan of that trumpet, man. Alright, that was Family Issues. An okay song, definitely a curveball when it comes to subject matter. An interesting angle here, talking about, oh, what if you're in a situation where you like a girl and your mama no like him. I feel like that's the biggest highlight of the song, the fact that he's tackling a different angle of these love stories he's been singing about. Yeah, interesting, but for some reason I just can't stand the trumpets on the hook. In some ways it still feels freestyling in a way, but I feel like that's the style, but it's so repetitive and you're expecting him to be much more in your face, much more like paying more attention on the record, being more intentional about it. I'm not getting all of that. Okay, drums. Okay. Obviously, this is tailored for a wedding. Okay, guitar. Dope record. You can definitely hear this tailored for a wedding. The cadence is very interesting. I'm in love, I'm in love. It feels all too predictable in a way, but nonetheless, I feel like the best parts and the best takeaways out of the songs are just the instrumentation for me. But nonetheless, it's an okay record. I'm definitely not throwing this away at all. But for the overall scheme of the album, it just feels a little redundant. And I don't know how much you can keep up with this love. I get it, it's old romance. That's the theme of the album. But boy, I like when there's a theme, but once you lean extra hard into a theme, it's like you're taking away from the experience a little bit. I like the outro though. That outro was actually captivating. At the end you can hear some instances or a little twang of that, like South African, like Lady Smith, Black Mambazo. You know, that boy band. It feels like it was channeling a little bit of that on the beat, but nonetheless, the beat is so mind numbing. It was just annoying me, that beat. I didn't feel it at all. And this was just an extent where I was like, I can't wait for this song to end. I just couldn't stand it. But for the best part was just the outro and the intro. Again, funny enough, the intro was exciting because I was hearing some different vocal textures there, and at the end you could hear that. I feel like it was intentional about the intro and the outro, but for the meat of the song, the beat was so repetitive and just like looping on, like nothing extra, nothing to really like captivate you. It's just like, bruh, and it's becoming the pattern here with the songs, where the beat just feels like it's on a loop, and you just hear it running. She did do something, but they make me want something. She did do something, but they make me want something. Okay. Hold on. If I want the car, we buy. I like the house. Why does every techno voice feel like a freestyle? Nah, bro. We've heard it. Bro, man. Techno. Why, man? Why is it doing this to us? It's so repetitive, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's so formulaic. Everything's predictable. We know the pattern you're using. There is no change of momentum. There's no change of like, bruh. Why did he even decide to do it on an all solo album? Like, would it hurt to like switch the energies up in the album experience, bruh? Okay. Why is he doing this with his voice? It's so juvenile, man. Come on. I feel like they should have let the beat run a little bit. I would have appreciated a dance break after the singing. But I really enjoyed the composition of that song. The hook is actually very catchy and somewhat like just very sweet. Again, it's a very strong high life record. You can hear the instrumentation. It feels like a wedding. It feels like a romantic atmosphere. I feel like that's his essence. That's what we've seen. That's what we know him for. But in the context of the album, it's very like it's not really standing out. Like almost every song sounds like the same so far. Okay, the tempo is a little bit up here.
Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy. Allow me to
Okay,
enjoy.
I like the narrative of this one. Enjoy life, my guy. Allow me to enjoy myself. Definitely of a high energy. Definitely woke me up from this slumber and those mind numbing aspect of the album. Very strong one. Nicely placed because it felt like the album needed some energy, and this song definitely delivered on that front. I love how much he embraces this contemporary high life sound that we've been seeing. He's very intentional about that one because we know for a fact the instrumentation is taking us to the east. We're feeling the energy. Obviously, the song is coming with a very jolly narrative. Let's enjoy life. Let's party a little bit. I definitely enjoy this one, and no pun intended, obviously. But it says allow me to enjoy myself, and yeah, like let's have fun. Definitely a highlight for the album so far. I cannot lie to you. Okay, another high energy record. Hey. Okay. Those drums, let's go. I'm getting Matsuku's energy here, man. Let's go. Hey. Come on. Hey. Let's go. Come on. LOL. What? Yo, what kind of... Okay, that's mad. This is a 2-minute record. Feels like an interlude, man. It's just a dance break of a record. This is all instrumentation. Definitely tapping into that Suku's energy, that Kofo Olomide type of energy, that Congolese, French speaking kind of Afro beats that we're hearing here. I liked it. I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely a freestyle energy was bringing on here. The whole narrative was for you to catch a vibe. I felt it. It felt like an outlier because again, I've been giving him this issue of not being intentional on this record. For some reason, I feel this instrumentation felt like that kind of song where you just meant to scatter head, be like free madness, just have fun. Again, that freestyle nature that we're hearing from him, you can definitely see it being warranted here on this kind of beat, and he definitely brought it in here. But again, he could have built upon the beats to not just lazy it out by just freestyling and mumbling. Like, it's a 2-minute record. You definitely had more time to do something. You could have had more fun with it, been more structured with it, and it could have been a little stronger. But for you just giving us 2 minutes, like bro, come on. That was an interesting 2-minute song. The less definitely felt it could have developed on this song, man.
This beat ain't normal.
What?
I make mistake, my mistake. I don't know, give me a break. Bitch, you come, I eat your steak. You don't know my mind is steak. I don't know, I make mistake.
What?
I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure.
This man can sing if he wants to, you know. Why is he doing this? What?
Bitch, I'm like Troy. You see, I lay that shit one take. Yeah, on that Billy on the way.
I make mistake, my mistake.
Bitch, you know my money's take.
Why? Why? Who approved this? Oh, that was the last record. That was the last of. What an album, man. First off, this Mistake song is a very shitty attempt at a trap, Young Thug, like some. This song Mistakes is it's in the name. It's clearly a mistake, bro. Cause who approved this? Who made Tekno to all of a sudden channel his inner Young Thug? Like why who would want to hear Young Thug and Tekno merged into one? Like no one who demanded this. I understand you're trying to be experimental here. Experiments do fail, and this one failed. And oh man, I sheesh ish. Again, the mumble nature of his lyrics, like almost like he's not taking this serious at all. Almost feels like he intentionally wants to put out a bad album. Definitely one of my worst listens, and I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This was bad. This was really bad. I'm laughing. Why am I laughing about how bad this album is? But nonetheless, man, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tekno and his album. Overall comments for me, man, very mind-numbing. The instrumentation, the repetition of this, the nature of the album, leaning so heavily on this one formulaic approach of I'm gonna tell her how much I love her, with some really like beautiful Eastern high life kind of renditions here. Throw a little bit of Sukus references here and there, but overall it's just like, when is this over? It's just like, when is this over, man? Tekno, obviously it's the first attempt of making an album. I didn't know what to expect. I guess we got a lot of what makes him Tekno. From track 1 to 13, it all felt like one very long single, just one single. It's that repetitive, my guy. It's very repetitive. Almost no curveball thrown at you. Sonically speaking, it's overly cohesive, and it's kind of the issues that I had with, like, say, an album like Made in Lagos, where you're leaning so heavily into that sonic atmosphere that you want for the album. A lot of mid-tempo records with a few anomalies here. But nonetheless, man, it was kind of difficult to go through the album. I'm not gonna lie, for a 14-track album, that was tough. That was a tough listen. Tekno's debut album, of course. I feel like the album started on a very, very poor note with a song like Sku Sku. I'm saying it, and I continue to be like, bro, he has so much potential to actually make a very good album. But it starts with the album with like Sku Sku, and already you lose me in terms of like, bro, I can't take you serious after that. Like, I really cannot. Even though I'm giving you the cleanest production here, my delivery on it is just so like somebody forced me to do it. Like, nobody's forcing you to jump on this records, bro. But he sounds like he just wants to get out of here and just drop whatever he wants. So obviously from that first instance, you're losing me almost. But we get into a record like Uptime Girl, very like repetitive, even though like the tempo is up a little bit, but you're still getting like, alright, like switch things up. I just wanted to hear another voice on the album at least. Like, I feel for an album that was supposed to be a solo album, the style of each song, it's so important at least for you to switch up your vocal texture, like play with your voice a little bit, for it not to feel so repetitive and mind-numbing. And there've been albums that have been done solo. Asha does it, Brimo does it in some essence. Fireboy did it with his debut album. It can work, but I feel like when you make it so repetitive that to the point where you feel like, yeah, this album needed some features. This album definitely did. Like it felt like that. I kept saying, switch up the energies a little bit. Like I have another flavor here to come and like spice things up for the album a little bit. But obviously all of that was missing. But nonetheless, I feel like the songs I'm taking away out of this would be clearly Designer. Designer was one I definitely gravitated to, even though it's as explicit and like very childish and juvenile in the lyrics. And we can see some of that juvenile aspects in songs like Dana. Dana as well was very juvenile in his lyricism, talking like obviously like he's an interesting guy, man. Especially with his videos, he doesn't give it the form of like, I don't know, maybe decency seems like such a like an authoritative word to use, but like I don't know, just some level of like decency would help. Okay, Family Issues, I think one of the records where we got like a little bit of interesting angles here. Other than that, I feel like every song was just the same old. And I would say Enjoy. Ugly Parade had mad potential to be a bop. Catalia was another one I really loved. The songs I absolutely hated would be Mistake. I think Mistake was a mistake, so that would be the first one I would throw away. Obviously another one is the song that started this entire thing off, School. I mean, down to Tombo. I'm like, bro, what are we? Are we in primary 5 right now? Like, what's this? Like, another one I could throw away would be Addicted. Now, Tekno's debut album, an album that we've been waiting for like four years now, man. Tekno, Old Romance, my final rating on my first listen would be 5.5 right now. Okay, I'm giving it a 5.5. There's a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of room for this to grow as well on me. So we'll see how that pans out. For that being said, man, thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, if you're new to this channel, I go by the name of Emmanuel, aka palmwinepapi. Check out the other content here and on my main channel as well. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourself, and I'm out.